going on? This is the Broke Genius, and welcome to the life of a broke genius. Welcome to my channel.
What's going on? I just want to do a quick short video, see how this goes. But as I was doing my nightly driving around, doing my second gig, which is DoorDash, I was reminded that a lot of people they were just taught wrong. And I definitely was one of the ones that was taught wrong. What's going on, she? And what I was taught was basically, typical: get a job, go to school, go to college, save your money. Definitely I was told there's no excuses. I was told to save money. But what I saw was just basically everyone else just basically doing living life using typically 18, can't wait to get a credit card, going to college, getting student loans, just basically piling up debt. And one of the things I'll say, this philosophy came from actually a neighborhood crackhead. Funny as it may be, but my grandparents, they have south side of Chicago. They have a lot of crackheads. Okay, a lot of crackheads, and west side of Chicago has a lot of dope fiends. Okay, but the south side has that too. But this crackhead that grew up with my aunts and uncles, he said basically something that's been said before. And he said basically that there's no such thing as no in between or anything like that. It's just basically rich and poor.
Message.
And as I got older and older, what that philosophy is something that is true. And it's kind of what I really talk about. I really was thinking about it. It's pretty much the core of what I'm talking about when I say basically save, get out of debt, grow your wealth. Wealth problem is a big problem in the Black community. It's a problem in America, just overall. I literally wrote a book about it. Okay, the Millionaire Savings Plan, pretty much the pillar of it is basically what I'm talking about. I mean, basically, getting out of debt, not getting out of a broke lifestyle, And, the thing about it is basically, I just want to remind, not only, you, but even my children. This is something that I would teach my children. I would not teach them that there's, some just in between or status quo. The status quo is, you go get a car and, you get a car loan. You go buy a car and you actually buy a car loan. Go buy a house and you actually getting a mortgage. I mean, I will not teach them that. Those words will not be coming out of my mouth. If that is talked about, it's going to be, no, you're not buying a house. You're getting a mortgage. And it's typically what is the math involved with getting a mortgage. You're getting a car, and this is what is typically is going to happen when you get a car. You know, I'm going to run them down the math of, what is involved with getting a loan. Now, actually getting it. The bank owns the car or whatever finance company owns the car. The mortgage, the bank owns the house. You don't get the house until you pay the mortgage off. I won't teach them these things. I won't teach them, go to school and amass this big pile of student loan debt, before you even get into the workforce. I won't teach them those things. I won't even have them think that that is something that you should do. I think that's irresponsible. And the thing is that, yeah, if I'm not saying I'm not anti-mortgage, I'm definitely anti-car payments. You really, man, do not have to get no car loan. It's no reason to get no car loan. Other than I just really don't see no reason in getting no car loan, because if you could afford the car, you could afford it, get the car, boom, you're done. Can't afford it, just wait till you can afford it. But a house, yeah, I mean, I'm not necessarily anti-mortgage. And one of the things I'll say, out of all the financing options, such as car loans, credit cards, student loans, I pretty much don't like all of the things that I said. But a house, getting a mortgage, I'm kind of okay to a certain extent on that, because there's certain things you could do. It's depending on the economy, depending on how you buy the house, the neighborhood, the house itself. You could actually buy a house and rent it out. You could buy it, build up some type of equity by having somebody rent it out and pay the mortgage. I mean, it's a few things that you could do, versus, just a car. All the other stuff is it's just kind of like personal debt that I really don't like. And the thing about it is, back to the, thoughts that I had, on my nightly little drive, it basically was, yeah, it's only two layers here. It's rich and poor. Now the in between rich and poor is broke. That's the in between. That's pretty much the only in between that you have. People literally think people go. I even thought about it. I'll go in. I mean, people actually pray to have good credit. Believe it or not. I don't think I've ever prayed to Lord up above, God, or Allah, whoever, for any damn good credit. I never wasted my prayer on no good credit. But I think it's literally, people are so tricked that they literally are praying for good credit, or have already prayed for good credit. And it's like, you want good credit to what? Get in more debt, to become more of a slave. And the I can't help but quote what Dave Ramsey always was talking about. The borrower is slave to the lender. So you literally praying, probably even in church, whatever, to get better credit so you can become more of a slave to a lender. Because basically what you're doing is you're borrowing from rich people. I can't wait to be the old grandpa. It's like, oh, so you want some rich people's money, huh? When get my my grandkids, they want to go get a loan. It's like, oh, okay, so you want to go get some rich people's money, basically. That's what you're telling me. No, granddad, I just want to. No, you want to get some of them rich people's money, because basically that's what it is. It's the rich, the wealthy, they teach their children these concepts, man. They already know this as a young child. They teach their children different than the average uh you know status quo, regular, middle class, broke person, poor person. They don't teach. They teach their children about things that relation to personal finance and wealth and so on and so forth. So much so that most of the wealthy now, the rich and wealthy now, almost half of them are children, are basically individuals that have basically attained wealth through inheritance, or a combination of inheritance, and their parents were basically they're self-taught. A combination of both. Okay, so that shows you right there that being self-taught and getting that inheritance is very much valuable. Okay, their parents taught them something and left them a little something to kind of get them, started up. But yeah, I mean, I was, literally just reminded that basically ain't it's the only in between is broke. What you think is middle class is actually, to me, broke. I mean, I literally, people. I know people. This message is not. It's not happy. I'm not here to make you feel good. I'm I'm literally. I mean, I'm definitely gonna be talking about the pills and stuff like that. I mean, I'm quote unquote a black pill channel. This channel is dark. I'm not here to help you. I mean, I shine light definitely, but I ain't no happy feel dude. Like this ain't where you come to get happy feely. Like you can escape your problems. This is where your problems become worse because you get awakened to more things that you probably didn't think of. This is literally this is what I'm about. I mean, most people been in the military. If you have certain professions, if you grew up in the South Side of Chicago, the West Side of Chicago, whatever, Chicago period, after a certain age you become naturally black pill. Okay, so the thing is that this is definitely not happy touchy feely. This is basically hard pill. Take it or leave it. You ain't gonna deny it. Can't deny it. You won't deny it. You won't probably come in my comment section and say, "Oh no, you're wrong." You won't come on here right now and say I'm wrong, because it's the hardcore truth. Because this is something that you already know. Somebody have already said this to you. This is the type of conversation you probably have at your job. When you guys have a deep conversation in the lunchroom, or the break room. There's only rich and the poor, and the in between is broke. Okay.
Message.